the perils in winter is when the horses come in and they've got damage to the rugs. Now, it's not always possible to repair the rug in quick time, but there's no harm in using good old baling twine to secure a fix, just whilst we wait for the repair to happen. You can see what's happened is that strap here has pulled off from here. So what we're going to do, luckily we still have it, and then you're going to see me repair that rug. See that this is the strap that's come off. Thankfully it was still attached to the rug, so we have got the part that's missing, and what we're going to do is we're simply going to stitch it back onto the rug so that it's nice and secure. Here is my trusted leather sewing kit, and I use this all the time. All my rugs, any repair I do them with this. I use the dowel, I use a needle, and I use a thimble. So I'm just going to get the suitable needle. Let's just grab a needle. And these kits, they're not expensive. I think I paid maybe £4 or £5 for this, and it comes with everything that you need. But again, as I've said in a previous video, it's got the thread has got the strength that you need for the rug repairs. So I'm going to thread it, and to give it extra strength, I'm going to keep it in a double. Just knot it. I can almost see an outline of where that has come off. Okay, so I'm going to try and just trace round the outline. What I do when I'm repairing a rug, I use my dowel to make the hole. Okay. So again, through the fabrics. And I'm having to go and have a look at where the hole is, because if you don't, then you miss where you've got to go through. See, what happens is, if you don't hold it tight enough, then it moves, and it just makes it a little bit harder. Let's get it through. The dowel again. Oh la la. And it's just about being patient. There we go. So, gone through that. Hold the fabric so it doesn't move. There we go. And you can see how much easier it is. Go back on myself, it really does not matter. It's not perfect stitching, it doesn't have to be. All we need to know is that every time that we put that needle in, we're catching that thread through the fabric. And then I'll come a bit over here this time. I'm not putting the dowel into me, I'm holding the fabric up so that I'm just pushing it through the fabric. I'm just making it. Oh, it does help if you do the needle the right way. Oh well, I am batty, I can't help it. I put it down to my age. So this time I'm going to do it, but I'm going to actually put the needle with the pointing part through the fabric, okay? So, see how much easier that is? And that's how it works. It's got to keep just double checking that you're not going off skew with when you're putting the strap back on. See how much easier it is now that I'm using the sharp end of the needle. Sometimes in life it's the little things. I'm threading it off now. So I've gone through, making it to a knot. And then I might actually pick up a bit of fabric as well. So I'm just going to put it through the lining, and then I'm going to bring it back and go through the knot. And I'll do one more, just for safe measures. And then I'm ready. So go through and tie that off. And then I'm going to rethread some more. So we just have a little recap. So there we are. So far we have now secured that rug. Okay, I might need to just do a little bit more there, which I can do, that's not a problem. What I do is I might just come through the big bulky part here, because when they stitch them, what they do is they go around the edge to catch it, and then they will do a real thick stitch here. They normally do it in like a diamond, and then go around the edge, and that's to anchor it on. And what I will do, because obviously I'm not going to be doing that, so what I might do is I might just maybe do 3 or 4 stitches through that to just hold it on, to really make sure that it's not going to come off. The rug repair I did the other day on my Premier Equine rug, that's still going strong. The D-ring's still holding, so it does work. And it just makes your rugs more usable. We're just going to do the same as we did before. So I'm going to start it off here. I'm just going to pull the knot through, but I'm actually not going to pull it tight or anything like that. And then I'll show you how I'm going to anchor this one down. So let's put this back through there. But whenever you're pressing, you must always use the thimble. So this time I've gone back through. This is the knot that we've just made. So I'm going to pull that thread through, and then I'm going to go through, try and get it through the gap. So if you just see what I do, see? So there, I've got it through the gap, and I'm just going to pull it, and I'm just going to make that tight, and then that is just secured that down. And then we just carry on sewing. So we can see that I've stitched all the way round, so that isn't going to be pulling off anytime soon. However, just to make sure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some random stitches just anywhere through here, because I've got this webbing that's under this, and then underneath I've got, so you imagine this is like a pocket that they've slid this webbing into. So if I can go through all the layers, and I should do with the dowel, I should be able to get it through all the layers, and if I can do that, then that's going to make that even stronger. And I'm thinking I'm going to just do a random one there, maybe there. Well, I'll just see. Wherever I can get the needle in, I'm just going to do some random stitches. Like I keep saying, this isn't, nobody's going to be doing a sewing exam. Nobody's going to be judging you on it. The horse isn't going to go, oh my God, your stitching's not level, it's not the same size, I possibly couldn't wear that rug. Yeah, the horse does not care. All the horse cares is that this rug is fitting him and it does up. That's it. So there we have, the stitching is all around the side. Now here I've got a few gaps, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little couple of stitches just to anchor that down, but I'm happy everywhere else. That is pretty secure, that is not going anywhere. With everything we do at the stables, no wonder we don't need to go to the gym. And that's where else we're saving money, on gym fees. Just sew your rugs, sew your rugs and you'll have a workout. Save your gym fees, just sew your rugs. Now start tying it off on the back here. I'll just stitch it through the lining, give it a little bit more strength. Just keep knotting it round and tying it off. Here we can see we've taken that is not going anywhere now. That is pretty strong. Okay, so we've just done a little running stitch all round. We've anchored it down through all 3 fabrics there onto the back. And now our rug that was not usable is now usable. And there we have our rug fully repaired. Good boy. And hopefully you've enjoyed watching that. And if you have, would you please like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you'd like to see more content. Thank you.